to Iconic Radio with Minutes Well Spent, or Minutes Well Spent with Iconic Radio, whichever is fine. I'm Dave Green.
This is Seneca. We're the special goat. We're special hosts. I'm always the special host because Minutes Well Spent, I'm just a big fan of what he do and what he talked about. It looks like we're going on a drought, does it?
Yeah. I'll say very quickly to the audience out there that movies have been bad for the last couple of months. There's not been a lot going on. So because of what I like to call the September-October drought, the drought of 2014 for cinema, we're going to shift gears today. We're going to talk a little bit about what's going on with the small screen, television at home. Is really doing well. There's a lot of good shows on right now. After talking to Seneca, we're going to spend a couple of minutes doing what we do best. We're going to talk about one movie in particular that we both thought did very well in general, and then, which is The Equalizer with Denzel Washington. Then we're going to shift gears and have a complete and utter DC Comics conversation surrounding the television shows Arrow. Also, we're going to talk about Flash today, and we're going to also talk about Gotham. And then we'll jump into some of the rumors surrounding the Justice League picture that's coming out, and also the slate of movies that got announced just recently this week. So, I was really excited. I was like, wow, I couldn't even dissect it. My brain was exploding. So let's just get Equalizer right out the way. Seneca, what was your thoughts?
Now, I have been known to say that sometimes you need to stick with the original character. Obviously, I'm a Denzel fan. I believe Denzel carried the role of the Equalizer. He didn't try to emulate the character. He was his own Equalizer, and I like the story that built up to it. I was convinced in the fight scenes. The ending was a little bit over the top. I am going to say that. The ending was a little bit over the top. That's all I'm going to say. But overall, I'm going to give it a B. I'm going to give it a B. And I'm going to back up just 3 more seconds. I'm sorry for this little segue, but I went on and got Lucy. I went on and watched Lucy officially. I was not as horribly depressed as you was.
Okay.
I watched it recently, and I was like, that movie was not as bad. Okay, but that's that.
It was really bad, but we'll go opposites on that one. I absolutely love The Equalizer. I think there was some over the top. Don't go buy it. Rent it for $3.65 from a video store one day, and don't be late getting it back because it's not worth another $3.75. I promise you. And invite friends so that $3.75 can be divided amongst you because the movie is about worth 50 cents. I bet half off at the Dollar Theater is about the best I can give Lucy today. We talked about Lucy a couple of months ago, so we're gonna move past Lucy. I liked Equalizer. I thought Equalizer was well done. I thought Denzel was great. The cast of characters that worked with him, they were okay, but they did not get a lot of screen time. The movie was more about Denzel's character, and I enjoyed it. I wrote that I was looking forward to a sequel. I don't want to see Denzel Washington do Equalizer 6 and 7. They do a second Equalizer, okay. I can live with the first one, and they can shut it down.
Put my teeth in.
But yeah, by 6 and 7, they should move on from Equalizer and do something else. However, if they do a sequel, I'd see it. And that's all I have to say on that.
All right. There are other movies out there. We know that there's a November Man. That looks like it's going to be on our DVD list. It looks like The Walk Among the Tombs, a definitely sleeper DVD list. And
Absolutely.
all the other stuff about Addicted, guess what? I didn't read the book. I ain't really all that impressed about going to see that yet.
You know, I made a decision, and I actually agree with it, Seneca, that I would not do um, pornographic reviews. So, from what I understand about the movie, it's by Zane, who is a romance novel writer. She does some what I call soft pornography. So I don't plan to see it. I had a friend who commented on the film and they said simply this: I just watched Addicted. I think I'm pregnant. So I'm just going to leave it at that. You know what? Um, I'm going to let that one go. That I'm just going to say I'm going to let it go.
You gonna let it
Um,
go? Well, it's a Tyler Perry and a Zane. Now, don't get me wrong. I believe Zane is a great writer, but Tyler
okay.
Perry, you know, it's kind of like a contradiction. From some of the reviews that I did read, they said it's a conflict. We got all this pornography going on, and then it gets preachy. So it's as if there was like of two minds going on. It's like, are we going to go straight porn, or are we going to go ahead and try to save a marriage? I don't know.
Right.
But
Right. Well, I wasn't a fan.
not,
Like I said, I don't plan to see it at all. So, um, my wife did go see it. She came home pretty much refusing to comment on it, and that just about told me everything I needed to know about the movie. So, hey, big question. Good question here for you. I'm gonna throw this at you. I want to really move into this DC comic plate. The Flash, Gotham, and Arrow. Of the three, because we really didn't talk about where to start, and I think we should probably start with um, the best, or not the best. We'll start with with what we think is the least. How would you rank those three television shows currently?
those next to the blacklist. Those are the top shows. Period. Period. I don't think there's no other show that can rival it. So now that we're saying, okay, amongst these superstars, amongst Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, and Isaiah Thomas, which one of these is the least that I don't like? Hmm.
It's
I'm gonna
hard.
say that Arrow might be the least,
Arrow
and
might
it's
be the
hard for me. I'm a tie when it comes to the Flash and Gotham. It's really that hard.
okay. Well, I'll tell you what my ranking is right now. Currently, and this is very, very controversial. People will tell me that I'm absolutely, totally nuts. I'm going to say something real crazy right now. Arrow stays number one for me.
Oh God.
And Arrow stays number one for me for this reason: longevity and success. Now, that's not to say that after about 4 or 5 more episodes of Gotham, which I think has a better start than Arrow did, I think that Gotham is going to overtake Arrow in my mind very quickly. But because Arrow hasn't had the opportunity really to come out of the gate this season just yet, and it's only got a couple of episodes under its belt, Gotham had to come out hard. But I think Arrow is doing well to compete because they're bringing in quite a few additional characters. They're going to get away from, um, the island story a little bit, and they're going to evolve the series and bring in more characters. And I think at some point, the Arrow and the Flash crossover series may turn up its own Justice League storyline on television. Because I'm not sold that they're going to use any of these folks in the movies yet. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen evidence.
They got to use the
So
Flash.
a
The
DC
Flash is the
television universe and a DC film universe. I think they're going to. It looks like they're keeping those separate, which I like a lot. I absolutely like those a lot.
okay.
What do you think?
Well, what my comments is that Gotham is so coming out the gate, especially as I had low expectations of it. Whoever is the writer of it, the intricate story, it is truly by far one of my favorite shows to watch. Flash is coming. It's obviously neck and neck because I liked the beginning. I watched Flash when it was on, was it Sci-Fi? That was like 10, 15 years ago. I enjoyed that Flash. I'm enjoying this Flash. I love the connections from this past episode of watching the previous Flash being a cameo as the father of this current Flash. So I'm loving how they're being true to the comic books now, and I'm really looking forward to. It seems like DC is smashing the game when it comes to television, DVDs. If it's
Absolutely.
a DC anything, if it's DC DVD, DC TV, it looks like we're in good for a good story. Now Marvel better watch out. That's all I have to say. Marvel Studios better watch out because I know what they're about to go into. They already leaked it out. They're gonna go ahead and do the Civil War.
You gotta do it right.
Well, here, there's.
Gotta do it right. Gotta do it right. If you mess it up, game over. Even if you mess up the approach, uh, game over. Let's back up. Let's back up. Gotta throw something. That's too much for me to handle right now. I'm gonna throw something at you. So we're in the Flash universe. We're in the Arrow universe. We know that's across universe. You know, Gotham is many, many years before Batman grows up and develops. And I know he's kind of a senior superhero. There's a couple things I would love to see. I would really love to see a series with Gotham that, one, does a flash forward by the second year, where they literally leap in time, like some shows where they skip forward in the second season, and give me this kid in high school similar to what Clark Kent was when they did Smallville. Now stay with me. I would also like to see that very soon that they would jump him forward a little bit more. I would really like to see Clark Kent from Smallville, Tom Welling, show up on one of these two shows, on Arrow or show up on The Flash.
I wasn't a Smallville fan. You can keep Smallville.
No, Smallville was great, and I would love to see. Smallville is the predecessor of all of this for television for DC, and I would love to see Tom Welling show up on the scene as even
As young
just
Superman.
no, not he's not young anymore. He's going through his series and developed. I love to see a sense where they have come together for any reason. It would just be, I would be outdone by that. But that's neither here nor there. That's a whole nother story. Just the TV shows on merit alone, I think they're all doing well in comparison to Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
What's that? What's the name of that again?
Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
It's mystery. It's a mystery.
Well, I don't know if you're watching this season. It's really finding some legs, but I think they really screwed up first season. And trying to tie the two universes, movie and television, together, they're taking a leap that I think DC is wise to stay out of. Gotham, like I said, is number 2, but only because of its youth as a series. I think it'll overtake Arrow very quickly. And The Flash, until I get a little bit more about, who the antagonists are going to be and how this particular Flash character develops over a number of series, I'm going to leave my vote out on Flash. I'll say I'll like it, but I won't rank it. So I'll say Arrow is 1, Gotham is a very close 2, and Flash I'm going to leave unranked, and my vote is out. But it's likable. Get back to me in about 2 or 3 weeks.
Okay, the TV world. Okay, our world. Okay, I'm gonna ignore what he just said right there because the Flash shows so many depths of layers. Like the guy who's in a wheelchair. Oh, right, wait. Spoiler alert. I will have to say that. Well, spoiler alert. The guy in the wheelchair. He ain't in the wheelchair.
Right.
He's killing
right.
things.
Which is great. Oh, that's what I mean. I think Flash. The reason the vote's out on Flash has been all of 2 episodes. Gotham is on about week 3 or 4 right now.
Yeah,
So I absolutely love all three, but I'm going to reserve vote on the first two. Gotham did, by the way, get picked up for a full 22 episode first season. So they're on lock right now. They're good to go. Full first season. So that in itself tells you what's going on with Gotham.
I guess the real question that we're about to lead into then is how is this going to translate this to the movie world? Is it going to be Man of Steel or is it going to be the Green Lantern?
For what do you mean?
So far, DC has to really what's giving Marvel the itch is that they have a great storyline to build on. There is no storyline that is being leaked out for DC.
For the Justice League movie?
Yeah.
I don't know what they're gonna go with that. Well, right now they're still in origin, so they don't need a major storyline yet. If you go all the way back to the first Iron Man, in origin, these guys were just being formed. Just Sam Jackson showing up in the Easter eggs at the end of the film, saying, "Hey, I want you to come and start this team." And he's meeting with the different characters after each movie. Even when Captain America showed up on the team, and they got him, they put him in the holding with the 1940s backgrounds and so on forth. Yeah. They didn't release their story this early either. So for me, DC gets the same pass. I can wait for everybody to show up on the scene. Once they all show up on the scene, we didn't know that Loki was going to be the guy until it got to the point that DC was going to be releasing the Avengers. So we've got to get through Man of Steel. We've got to get through the Batman meets Superman, the Batman versus Superman versus Batman. We got to meet Wonder Woman. We've got to meet Cyborg. We've got to meet all of the Aquaman, Jason Momoa, which I think is a great cast. We got to meet all these guys first, and we got to see how they blend. Then they'll all have their individual villains, just like the Marvel Universe did. And then at some point, they will unfold who the main villain will be, what the storyline and which way they're going to go with this film. Now, Doom, I don't know. Doom is always a big one for DC. So more than likely, you got to figure Superman's got to die at some point. You got some things that just have to happen. I don't think that Batman's villains are in general large enough for the whole of the DC universe. Them all fighting, all of them fighting Joker is and all of Arkham Asylum to me just isn't enough. They would do better to me to do something, and I might be long-winded. Justice League would do better to do something that Marvel hasn't done, and that's battle a team. They're fighting individual antagonists. I would like to see the Justice League fight is it the Hall of Doom, or what was it? The League of Doom. This goes back to Super Friends, though.
Yes, it was.
The League. I would love Mr. Freeze, and I would love to see them go against that, another team of super villains that would be the antagonist. And really, the whole idea would be to eliminate the Justice League, so that then imagine League of Doom, sitting around the table, say, listen, we have to join this together, take out this justice people, and these superheroes, and then we can split up the world and have our own continents. I think that would be amazing.
That would be amazing if it wasn't done so greatly on the cartoon. That would be amazing if it wasn't done great on the cartoon. The cartoon nailed it. It made it nice and pretty in an hour and a half.
Yeah, I guess. I suppose, Seneca. Saying
But
did.
I can see
It
Luther.
did.
I can see Luther giving everybody some problems. But with that being said, okay, we're going to be DC fans. We're going to be. Are we going to watch Constantine? Is Constantine going to make this list?
Are we going to watch Constantine? I'm going to say I'm going to give Constantine a few episodes. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Constantine is not on my radar right now, but Constantine also falls into another. Although I know it's DC, it falls into another universe for me. Or not universe, but it falls into another slate of conversation, which we'll probably get into in a couple of weeks since it is October and some folks are into the, the thrills of the season. I'm thinking that we need to go back and talk about Sleepy Hollow. We need to go back if we're going to do some TV, because I don't do a lot of horror films if you haven't already looked at my columns. But we got to talk Sleepy Hollow, man. We got to talk Supernatural. We got to talk some of these television shows that Teen Wolf. We got to talk about some of these television shows that people are watching that they enjoy. I would dare say if you think we should talk about, if anybody watching this at any time thinks that they would enjoy a conversation between me and Seneca about some of the thriller-style, horror-style television shows, write in to us on the Iconic site, write in to us on our Minutes Well Spent on Facebook, and let us know what you want us to talk about.
Boom. That's it. We'll talk about it, even though I'm not all that. He mentioned Teen Wolf. That's gay to me. Yes, I said it on here. Sleepy Hollow might got some hope, but I didn't watch it. The only reason why Constantine got on the radar is because I watched the movie, and I enjoyed the movie, so I'm kind of a little bit curious to see how this thing turns out.
I haven't watched Constantine in so very long. It's something that I'm going to have to pull up out of the woodwork and check out and see if it's on any of my Netflix or Hulu or any of that stuff, and take a look at it. And other sites that will remain unnamed.
Okay, there we go. There you go. Okay, we'll leave them nameless. So we both like Gotham. I love it. He's waiting a little bit more. He's really a big fan of the Arrow. I'm putting that at number 3. And I put Flash in the middle. I put Flash in number 2. I think Flash has some hope, but Gotham really came out the gate and impressed me. The end of the year. The end of the year, what movies are you going to think about watching? I'm sorry, it's only like 2. Is it 3? Wait, there might be 4 movies for the rest of this year.
Oh, I can tell you right now that Hunger Games is going down for me. Okay. My daughter would kill me if I didn't. I have to go see the last. Well, I don't think it's the Hobbit. The Hobbit is a must.
Annie. Are we gonna see the sun come out tomorrow?
Listen. One day Jamie Foxx might get into us, right? I'm gonna tell you something. Some things I don't think you touch, man. And if you do, you have to do it. You have to do it very, very well. And I'm not sure they're prepared to do it very, very well. I can appreciate what they did with Karate Kid, putting the us spin on Karate Kid. Annie, I'm not sure I'm ready for. I like Jamie Foxx. I like Quvenzhané. I like what's her name?
We could just say no.
Cameron Diaz. I like all these people individually. I think they can do it, but I'm just not sure. I'm not sure. And it's a Christmas movie, okay? So in the spirit of Christmas, it might get a C plus B. I don't know. We'll see. And I shouldn't be voting early. I shouldn't be grading early. I know. But just off alone, I can't do anything. Listen, man. I'm really getting mad. you know, because to me, there are some things that you just don't touch. Annie is a movie that you just don't touch. It's classic. People watch it repeatedly. You don't redo Annie. You don't redo Godfather. You don't redo Rocky. You just don't touch certain movies. And
They're iconic.
I do think it's iconic, man. People, if a person, if the world can quote a film word for word, and I'm talking about, we don't redo Color Purple. You know what I'm saying? I can appreciate that they thought it would be good source material, or whatever, but I can't. I just cannot. It just doesn't work for me. Too soon. 30 plus years later, I'm gonna say it's still too soon.
I don't want to be on this earth 30 plus more years later, and that's that's just me.
I hear you. Well, now I'll say this. It's too soon for me, but there are probably a generation of children that are between 7 and 14 years old that don't know our Annie. So in fairness, there's a market for it. But I do think that the original Annie stands the test of time. It has stood the test of time. And I think you could almost just show that Annie to the kids today, and most of them will love it. To get it more current, okay. But for me, I'll pass on Annie. I'm good. I'll catch it on video.
So, Exodus. I forgot. We didn't mention that.
We did not mention Exodus. Exodus is going to get a look despite how horrible Noah was. I won't swear off biblical films just yet. Oh, and Left Behind, whatever. I don't even believe I mentioned it. But the last two biblical films just did not do it for me. Noah, no. That's really my whole. And Left Behind should have been Left Behind. Horrible. But I think that Exodus is going to be very, very good. But the problem Exodus have is that for Moses, they have to follow Prince of Egypt, and I don't care how old Prince of Egypt gets. Prince of Egypt was awesome. So Exodus still has to bring it if they're doing the story of Moses, because Prince of Egypt today still stands as the best movie covering Moses' journey that I've ever seen.
I'm willing to raise it just a little bit further than that, and I'm an NRB member. Prince of Egypt has been the best movie portrayal of a Bible character, period. I'm going to say it chops the Ten Commandments, the King of Kings. I'm willing to go I'm willing to just say it just took it to a whole nother level, and it was the most authentic versus culturally and authentic versus biblically.
Oh, so should all biblical movies be cartoons now? Should we just go back and let Disney do Noah? Because I'm gonna just tell you, the studios really blew Noah completely and utterly. Blew Noah.
This is what should happen, and I'm about to challenge, and I'm about to go ahead and just say it right here. T.D. Jakes, all the millionaires, all these millionaire that's pastors, instead of them doing dumb shows or writing dumb books that is secular, what have you. All right, I'm not really going into all that. Why don't they do something meaningful, since they are, really good at this? All those people are preachers of LA and the preachers of Detroit. Yeah, why don't you all put your efforts together and do a movie? There you go. Do a cast off the Bible, and you all should really do it well.
What you said is, if we had budget for a producer, I would be telling him right now to put a note on the bottom of the screen that says, "This broadcast just took a turn." But but we don't have that. But the broadcast did just take a turn. I agree wholeheartedly with Seneca.
Okay, that was my rant. I should have given it to
I really do wish that The I do wish that the charismatic community would get more involved and really make some of these movies more biblical, and they would pop and they would have more relevance today. Where they're making the senseless movies about the fake Christmas story or whatever came out last year, the gospel Christmas that was deplorable,
Even it's real.
and then allowed for something like Noah to be, yeah, and then the Left Behind material, which is whatever.
God
Uh,
is not dead.
you would
There was some
think
black people, you know.
we really need to clean that up, though. But hey, man, what's next for us? What are we thinking
What's
about
next?
doing next?
All right, this is the last question, and then I'll let you go. What was the
Okay,
best summer movie this year?
not fair, Seneca. I wasn't ready for this. I wasn't ready. I
it's
wasn't ready.
it's over. The summer's over. We're about to go into this drought. So, what is the best summer movie?
Let me tell you something, man. I have resisted a great deal even having this conversation about best summer movies. It's really hard for me. Like, you don't understand the I didn't even write it. I should have put that column out back in September.
Yeah, about 3 weeks
I
ago.
just said forget it, man. I just didn't even try. I just couldn't put them in order. So I'm gonna throw the question back at you and ask you what what did you think about the summer movies?
Is that how he do?
You sure did.
um, I'm gonna group them together in this fashion as the top movies in my mind. Obviously, Captain America made it in there. And Dawn
Even though
and the Rise of the Apes is in there as well. Oh, and
okay, I'm with you
stick with
with
those.
those.
I'm gonna say it was the Ape movie, and it was Captain America. If I'm going now, if we're gonna put them in order, we're not gonna play that game. That could be next time. We can do that next time. But those are the two for me. I think his internet is kind of froze right now. Yep, that's what happens. Um, that the answer of what I considered a the number one movies outside of Captain America and
I think
he
we
came back. He came back.
so you said Planet of the Apes,
Yes,
America.
yes.
Who else?
I'm gonna kind of like stay within those. Those are my favorites because I saw Transformers. I was not horribly impressed by it. Um, oh wait, I forgot Guardians of the Galaxy.
Guardians of the Galaxy. Count
Oh
that.
man, wait, Guardians of the Galaxy might be up in there for real. Okay, so that's that's where. Okay, we'll discuss the top five and the top five good and top five bad next time.
I might can get through three. Probably get through. Honestly, truthfully, no joke. I can probably give you my favorite three. I don't know if I can get through five, man. Really, I think Guardians, Captain America, and Apes is about right. You're right. As far as Transformers goes, it was enjoyable, but I wouldn't rank it. It just didn't. It just didn't do enough for me. Spider-Man came out this year. You can throw it out with the trash. I'm not a big fan of this Spider-Man. Everybody knows it. I would say that those three movies, if I had to go back and relive my summer, that's all I really need to see. That's all I really need to see. I'm good.
Well, X Men wasn't bad. it wasn't bad, but it was kind of like a cleanup story. To me, it was a cleanup story.
Oh man, X-Men did come out, but yeah, again, X-Men, good movie, watchable if it's on. Same with all the X-Men. Actually, for me, if X-Men is on television, I might watch 5 or 10 minutes of any of them, but I don't want to sit through all of any of them either. The same with I don't want to sit through any of Spider-Man. Not at all. Like if it comes on, I just my great nieces and nephews and the kids in the family, they think it's amazing. But I think it's deplorable. I just don't like it.
Wait, no, it's amazing, all right. It's an amazing mess.
So bad. It's amazing that it's that bad. So yeah, I'm throwing that out too. I named the three for me. Those are the three for me. I want to ask you a question. Did you see Gone Girl?
I ain't watching that.
Okay. Well, I actually and for the people that behind the scenes, me and Cindy could go way back actually. I talked to your wife online. I think she knows that movie. I think she saw my review.
Okay.
It's pretty bad, man. In terms of it, don't go see that movie. Just let it go. It's not that it's a horrible movie. It's just bad for you. Just don't let it pass. Hey man, with that said, I think we've taken up enough time. I think we've been on 45 minutes. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a timer over here, but
we went probably 30 minutes. But
okay.
Our reviews is we enjoyed the summer. It's over. We're in our drought, so we're gonna be talking about TVs episodes. So hey,
yeah, we're gonna have to. We're gonna have to until probably clear into December.
Next
December.
year.
No. You're so crazy. We're gonna get into the Oscar season here soon. So there are gonna be some things that I think come up that we'll get to see. Right now, the film slate does not look good. But you know, we may have to pick a show and do a weekly on a particular show, just because. Really, I am so uninspired right now to go to the movie. My wife always tells me we go to the movies so much, and recently in the last week or so, she said to me, "I really wouldn't mind going to the movies. We should go to the movies." I am uninspired.
John Wick. I'm gonna watch that
John Wick releases on
next week.
John Wick releases next week, so that would probably be the movie that I review for the month because there's nothing, man. I'm out of gas, bro. It's nothing happening out there. So, and I'm not a fan of just talking about bad movies for the sake of talking about bad movies. If there's a bad movie out there, if you don't see me write about it, either I didn't feel like it was going to be worth reviewing, or I just couldn't fit it in. And you can decide what you think that is. You can write me and ask me. But just because I review movies does not mean that I like to waste my time. So I'm not going to go see a bad movie. What you read of mine, you can count on. If you don't read it from me, you're going to see this movie at your own risk. I'm just going to tell you. Plain and simple. Can't do it. I can't do it. So that's that, man. I'm good.
We're good. Thank you first.
It's Chandra Rhimes night tonight. I should be camped out in front of the TV with some popcorn and a glass of wine with my wife right now, watching all of the Chandra Rhimes slate.
I didn't get into Scandal. I'm not watching How to Get Away with Murder. She shouldn't fire Isaiah Washington.
You are not going to go back 6 or 7 years and talk about Isaiah Washington's scandal. She brought him back.
No, she didn't.
She brought him back. She played tribute. He came back last season to send off the young lady. Jeez, I can't think of her name, and I don't want to say the Asian girl. So that's so. Oh gosh! Anyway, She came back to send her off. So that was great. So on that note of racism, we're gonna get off the air.